madness has turned to sadness. Yeah, that's right. For San Diego State fans, I'm sure we don't have to tell you that. The Aztecs fell to the Creighton Blue Jays in overtime of their opening round game.
But for others here in San Diego, the excitement is just getting started. Today, Viejas Arena is hosting its own games of the NCAA tournament. CBS 8's Chris Groh is live there with more. Good morning, Chris.
Good morning. Madness into sadness. That hit right into the heart. In fact, I bet that a lot of San Diego State Aztec fans feeling exactly that. I mean, this one pretty much captivated all of San Diego, especially because it looked like San Diego State had it in the bag. And then it was that late comeback by Creighton, who eventually took over in overtime. And unfortunately, the Aztecs were not successful last night.
But I knew this is my opportunity to close the game at the free throw line. And because it doesn't come down to skill, it comes down to just belief, swagger, something I've been lacking. And it's been a theme towards the end of the game for, pretty much this whole season. So, just, during this offseason, definitely got to do some, soul searching and, figure out what it is with me mentally that's causing me to do that, because it doesn't come down to skill. So.
And what was so unique about that? That was Matt Bradley for San Diego State. He's actually the player who had a chance to give the Aztecs a lead at the end of regulation. He actually missed the front end of a 1-and-1 on the free throw there, and then he actually turned the ball over in overtime to, again, make sure that, not to make sure on purpose, but it sealed the victory there for Creighton. And why I say that's rare is to hear a player that young be so vulnerable there about how he says he's been dealing with sort of the mental side of the game and just being open about, hey, look, I haven't been myself at the end of games for a couple of games now, not just simply, coming up with any of the other cliches that you might hear in sports press conferences. So that was actually somewhat of a rare and honestly refreshing moment there from Bradley. But again, today does start a new chapter. Unfortunately not for San Diego State, but it's the next chapter in the March Madness tournament. And we do have fans from teams from across the nation here in San Diego to watch them play.
Amazing people, and I'm so hyped. I know they're hyped. Like, we're not worried. Oh, the most East Coast energy. We're so ready. We're so ready.
Yeah, that's right. And in case you're trying to get off of the sadness of that loss, you can maybe enjoy some of the, maybe some of the commisery, but then also maybe some of the happiness that will be happening at Viejas Arena as they go ahead and host 8 teams that are in the NCAA tournament in the West region. That includes #1 seed Arizona. Again, they are a powerhouse basketball school, and kind of every year between them, Gonzaga, as well as maybe even Kansas, you're waiting for them to kind of make things happen, because they're generally a #1 and #2 seed. So that's really exciting to have Arizona here in San Diego to see what they can do. So again, there's a host of games today here at Viejas Arena. I don't know if that's going to help heal the wounds of Aztec fans, or they're just going to kind of maybe ignore college basketball altogether. Either way, a lot happening here in the month of March. Evan and Netta.
I like that you're trying to find the positive side.
Exactly.
But no, I think
you got to look for it somewhere. Right?
Look for it somewhere, yeah, after they lose. But I will say, Chris, I mean, I've already noticed so many fans with different jerseys, sweatshirts supporting their teams. The people will travel to San Diego for these games, so they're in town for sure.
Oh, college basketball fans are nuts. I mean, that is part of the reason why they try to find different host sites all the time, because it exposes different team fan bases to different colleges, different arenas, and things like that. It's a really cool experience.
There we go. If you were sad as of yesterday, you now maybe have a chance to recover, right? You may have to choose another team, but
find another team.
Watch some live games there.